In a world where the absurd has become the norm, where the lines between reality and farce are as blurred as the edges of a watercolor painting left out in the rain, we find ourselves in the midst of yet another spectacle. President Donald Trump, in a dazzling display of diplomatic finesse, has managed to insert himself into the Canadian political arena with all the subtlety of a marching band at a silent retreat. For those of you who missed it, the Canadian general election was a veritable circus, with Trump playing the role of the mischievous ringmaster, brandishing the prospect of annexing Canada as the 51st state of the United States like a shiny new toy. It seems our neighbors to the north had the audacity to hold an election, and Trump simply couldn't resist the temptation to weigh in, offering his unsolicited advice with the kind of tact and restraint one might expect from a bull in a china shop. The Liberals, led by Prime Minister Mark Carney, emerged victorious, securing a fourth consecutive term, much to the chagrin of the Conservative leader, Pierre Poilievre. If you're thinking this sounds like a plot twist straight out of a political satire, you'd be right. In fact, Trump's interference was so brazen that it would make even the most seasoned political strategists blush. His suggestion that Canada should elect a leader willing to transform the nation into America's 51st state was a masterclass in foreign policy, if the goal was to provoke incredulous laughter. University of Manitoba political studies professor Christopher Adams aptly noted that this kind of foreign interference is highly unusual. But then again, when has Trump ever been accused of following convention? The last time an American president dipped his toes into the icy waters of Canadian politics was during the 1963 election, when JFK expressed his fondness for Lester Pearson. But Kennedy's intervention was a mere whisper compared to Trump's bombastic declaration. In a classic display of Trumpian diplomacy, the president assured Canadians that the likelihood of using military force to annex Canada was highly unlikely. How reassuring. Meanwhile, the Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney is preparing to meet Trump at the White House, presumably armed with nothing but his wits and a polite smile. Because let's face it, you can't bring a moose to a gunfight. Carney's Liberals managed to secure 169 out of 343 seats, forming a minority government with 44% of the popular vote. The Conservatives, led by the embattled Poilievre, garnered 41% and 144 seats. Despite this respectable showing, it seems Poilievre's charm offensive failed to captivate the masses, particularly in his own Ottawa area riding, where he was unceremoniously ousted by Liberal Bruce Fanjoy. The irony is almost palpable. But fear not, Poilievre isn't bowing out gracefully just yet. He's planning a comeback in an Alberta by-election because every good political drama needs a sequel. Meanwhile, Carney is gearing up for a busy month, unveiling his cabinet and preparing to welcome King Charles III to Canada. Yes, the British monarch is coming to read the speech from the throne, a gesture intended to showcase national unity in the face of Trump's existential threats. And what of the annexation? Is it a genuine threat or merely a figment of Trump's imagination? A fantastical notion that will soon fade into obscurity? Edward Schreyer, Canada's former Governor-General, seems to think it's all a bit of a joke, a sentiment that resonates with many who view Trump's antics as an absurdity wrapped in a farce. Now, dear viewers, what do you make of this political theater? Is Trump's meddling in Canadian affairs a cause for concern, or just another chapter in the long and colorful saga of his presidency? Do you think Canada should consider becoming the 51st state, or is that notion as ludicrous as it sounds? Share your thoughts in the comments below, because we'd love to hear from you. And while you're here, why not subscribe to our channel for more biting satire and incisive commentary on the world's most perplexing events? Hit that like button if you enjoyed the show, and don't forget to ring the bell so you never miss an episode. After all, in a world where truth is stranger than fiction, you'll want to stay informed.